Now we're ready to write equations. So these are actually going to have equal signs in them. I'm not going to solve these first two. When I get down to these word problems, I promise I'm going to solve some. We're just writing the equation. A taxi charges a flat fee of $5 plus, so 5 plus 50 cents per mile. That per tells me, gives me a keyword that's going to be the thing that goes with the variable. I'm going to write, you could write it N, an M, an X. I guess I'll put an X right there. Usually, oh, there it is. It says X for the number of miles. So I'm going to put an X for the number of miles. Is equal to, C is going to be the total. So total makes me think that's going to be what goes on the other side of the equal sign. The equation is equal to the total. If you're really big into algebra and you have a really good algebra understanding, that 50 cents is the slope. If you think about y equals mx plus b, m's being the slope, it goes with the variable, with the x in this case. And slopes usually have things like per mile. They are a rate, so they would have per mile or per hour or per year. So that per gave me that keyword that it was going with mile, and I'm told X goes with miles. So 50 per mile, 50 per X, because X is miles. You also could have had this written, like I said, the order doesn't matter. You could have had the C at the beginning. As long as C is by itself because it's the total, and the X is the one that's starting with the 50 cents. When we do go to type these in for our homework, the variables do matter. So in this one, I had to follow the directions. It said X for the miles and C for the cost. So I couldn't use, for example, X and Y. I had to use the letters that I was told to use. So this next one, I want you to stop and give it a try, just to kind of give you some context. This was taken from what was a 4th grade standardized test. So this was something, you know, like an end of the year type wrap-up test given to 4th graders. So just stop and kind of think about it. It doesn't tell you what variables to use. So you get to choose. Oh wait, it does tell us. W is going to represent the whole week. So we definitely want to use that W and N. So we're going to use those variables W and N and think about writing it. So go ahead and give this a try and pause the video. All right. There aren't like keywords like this one said charges plus. So they gave you that adding. I just kind of had to think about the context of this. N stands for the number of hours of sleep Ken gets each night. How many hours of sleep does Ken get for the week? So a week would be the total because there are 7 nights in 1 week. A night is smaller than 1 week. There are lots of nights that make it up. And I kind of gave the key away from it. There are 7 nights in a week. So for each night, we've got to do that 7 times. Is equal to my total for the week.